Punt boys are back. We're here to celebrate a ginormous week for us. A lot of wins, a lot of money being made. We're happy. We couldn't be happier. Let's have it, lads. How are you both doing? And we'll go over next week. But Bish, you first. How are you, pal?
Very good. Like you said, flying. Great week last week. Made ourselves and hopefully a lot of people who watch us some cash. So looking forward to this week and hopefully going back to back.
Tag, how are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm going to ride the wave of the Touchdown Treble because obviously, personally, not doing great, but I feel like with the treble, I started the momentum. The first drive, Stephon Diggs straight in, 1 out of 1. Rolled into obviously you two boys delivering as well, and the Marvin Harrison Jr. to seal it. So it's a very, very successful week. You've got to say, Mr. Profit Man Joe Harrison leading the way, Bish as reliable as ever, and Tag bringing up the rear with the treble.
It's been great week. The pressure on me, lads, wasn't it? You two landed it in the 6 o'clock window. 9 o'clock hit. I'm panicking. If I let the team down now, we're all in trouble. I think it was the first drive. It was first or second drive for Arizona. Harrison touchdown. Good week, lads. And then my 9-1 bet was in the Minnesota Green Bay game. Jones and Jacobs to get 50 plus rushing yards, and Love and Darnold to have 2+ passing touchdowns. And Darnold, Jones, and Jacobs hit pretty early. It was down to Jordan Love to hit the last touchdown. Waited until the fourth quarter, but there were no panic, lads. We had it in the bag, 9-1, plenty of money made. We'll get into it, lads. We'll get into this week. We're riding high. We've got the UK game, so it's always a big week for us, obviously, being UK-based. We get the US viewers. We're all excited to go. We're all excited to watch it. It's on our time. It's not on your time. It's at 2:30, so it's on nice little afternoon for us. But let's get into it, Bish. What is your first bet for this week?
So my first bet, and I'm going with Austin Eckler, overs on the receiving yards here. His line's not actually out yet, but for the first 3 weeks, it's been over 20.5. And those that have been with us, we nailed it week 1 and week 2, and I'm sticking with him. He nailed it again week 3, but that was a Monday night game. So, I didn't put it in my best bet. So he's hitting this line. I think it's going to be more or less maybe the same. Might be pushed a little bit higher. Brian Robinson is injured at the minute with a knee injury and he's not trained. So if he does play, I think it'll be again around the similar 20.5. If he doesn't play, I think it'll be pushed up a little bit. But as I said, I'm very confident in this line with Eckler. Jaden Daniels is slinging the ball about, and Eckler, he's one of those receivers and he does damage after the catch as well. So over on his receiving line when it comes out.
Like, I guess what number? Let's say they're watching the punt Bish and they're going, this Bish keeps landing every Austin Eckler receiving yards. What number would be too high that you'd back out?
Too high, I'd probably say if it gets to 30, I probably wouldn't touch it. But again, he did it week 3 with only 2 catches. So the big thing is with him is it's his yards after catch. He'll get it in space and he's elusive enough to break a tackle and make the yards. So it's not. That's why I'm only a little bit wary because he's not getting a lot of targets. He's just getting 1 or 2 or 3. So there's not going to be a lot of targets. So maybe not touch it if it gets to 30, but I believe it'll be in that mid-20s range. If it is, then get all over it.
Lovely. For my first bet of the week, lads, I'm going in the San Francisco-Arizona game. I've got San Fran on the handicap at -5.5 and over on the points. I like Arizona's attack. That's why I've gone the over. I think San Fran will score a lot of points. I'm not too impressed with Arizona's defense. I think San Fran are getting a few bodies back now. I think Debo should be back. Am I right there, lads? You might have read something different to me, but I think Debo's back.
Yeah.
I think they're starting to get going. But the defense hasn't been too impressive either. Kyler's been pretty good. They're still rebuilding Arizona. I can just see a lot of points here. Offenses are starting to figure things out. So I'm taking that line. I think San Fran have got more. I think they've got a 2-touchdown lead in this one, lads.
Yeah, I like it, Joe. It was one I nearly went with San Fran with the handicap in my treble. I didn't, but I think there's going to be points in it. I agree with you. Kyler Murray brings points either side, whether he's running around or making fumbles, errors, and San Fran's offense, we've seen what they can do the last few weeks. It's I think it's a pretty solid one, that, and a bit of a juicy price as well.
Yeah, that's what attracted me. I saw it. I thought, well, like you said, it's all going well at the moment, and the offenses are starting to tick. Let's have it. Let's go positive. Bish, back to you.
Bet number 2, it's Jordan Love over 259.5 passing yards. And again, another one that's going to hurt me against my beloved Rams. But I think it's just a great matchup for him. You know, he's played 2 games this year. Week 1, he threw for 260 yards. And then last week, he came back from his knee injury and he threw for 389. They were behind. He had to do a lot of catching up. So he likes to throw the ball about. As we've seen, his wide receivers, he's got a lot of talent out there that he can get the ball to. And again, coming up against this Rams team, the secondary is definitely the weakness. They're ranked 24th against the pass, which, you know, it's not great. It's not great. Let's put it that way. But the biggest thing that I see here is they give up explosive plays. They give up big plays. So week 1, they gave up a 50-yarder to Jameson Williams. And then against the Cardinals, they gave up a 60-yarder to Marvin Harrison. And the way Marvin Harrison Jr. and the way Jordan Love plays, he spreads the ball about. He's got capable wide receivers. I think this could happen, you know, maybe one or 2 times. And if that does happen, I think, you know, he gets over this yardage, this passing mark quite easily. I am relying on the Rams being competitive. You know, that we need the Rams to keep up with the Packers just to make sure that Jordan Love still throws the ball. But I think they can do that with Stafford. So yeah, Jordan Love to have a big passing game over 259.5.
Another week as well. Obviously, we mentioned ourselves. It looked like he couldn't move great. They rushed him back. Still found them passes. I think is another week to settle in. You think he'll be moving better, and he'll be spraying that ball about.
On it, my next bet, lads, is a bit of a similar sort of vibe, but a bit of a negative one. I'll be honest with you. It's Cleveland Browns in the Commanders game. I've got the Browns winning this game. I think I like Washington. I mean, you've got to respect what Jaden Daniels has done. I think the pass rush. I think the overall defense of Cleveland will see a stifling of this offense, and Daniels has still got a bit to learn. He's good at rushing, but let's see him under pressure when the Browns are going to be getting at him very, very often. I think it's going to be a very, very run-heavy game. Is Nick Chubb back this week or is it next week now? It's got one more week.
I think they're saying this week. Yeah, I think it was limited training. From what I've seen in the clips, I presume it's going to be the week after.
With the week after, I think it still be run heavy, and with it being Jerome Ford and the others, it's not going to be that effective either. I think it's going to be one of the more steady games of the week, and I think both teams shut each other down enough. Cleveland get the ball rolling and probably get a field goal in my liking and win this game by field goal.
I think my thing with that game is, and I'm not saying yes or no to that bet, Joe, it's just Deshaun Watson. There's just such a question mark at the minute over Deshaun Watson, and he worries me. He don't look the same. I think it's been very up and down. Yeah, I just think I can't trust him yet. We just haven't seen that Houston Texans Deshaun Watson in Cleveland yet, and that's the one what scares me a bit. And obviously, we've spoke up Jaden Daniels and how good he is. So it's just one of them where you just don't know, but everything I've been saying lately, the opposite happened, so it's probably going to come in a walkaway for you, mate.
I think this is a good game to get. It is a great get-back game for Deshaun Watson. These are ranked, I think, 31st in the NFL against the pass, the Commanders. So that's another side looking at it potentially. You know, we know Commanders' offense is very good. The defense is not very good. So if if that Deshaun Watson can step up a little bit, we don't want him to do too well because obviously we want to keep that points under. But it's a big game for him, I think, as you said.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, where I went, lads. Bish, final one.
My final one, it's Jordan Mason over 86.5 rushing yards. The San Francisco running back, and been a lot going on with their offense, injuries, players holding out. Obviously, the main one, CMC, but he's come in and he's had a solid start to the year. Been probably their best player on offense other than the quarterback Purdy. 3 out of 4 games, he's had 100 plus yards and 20 plus carries and a touchdown in each one of them as well. So the one he didn't get this line in was against the Rams. He only had 19 carries and he got 77 yards. But I think the way this offense is playing, he is we talk about running the ball. He is the only running back there. Now that CMC is not there, he gets all the carries. Holes open up for him. So, and against the Cardinals defense, it's not that good. They're ranked 27th against the rush. They're giving up close to 150 yards a game against the rush. So I think it just opens up for Jordan Mason here. San Francisco, lead this game and run the ball.
I've just traded him away in fantasy, so he's definitely getting this banker.
My final one, lads. I've been let down by Bet365. I've hit my bet limit. I didn't check it, and it's lower than what I thought. I've been gambling a bit.
You've had some winners, though, mate.
The winnings encourage the gambling. So I've hit my limit. So I've transferred to Betfred for the week, and I've got a Betfred pick your punt option here, and I really like it. It's Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers to combine for 2+ touchdowns at 6-5. I think Henry can do this by himself. I don't know why Flowers is in there. Let's add Flowers in. Let's have a bit of security in there. I think Henry guaranteed 1 touchdown here, maybe even in the receiving game as we saw last week. The Bengals, cornerbacks haven't been very good this year. Zay Flowers, I think Taggart said before the game, probably in for a big game. He's been on and off all year. He's had some big ones, some quiet ones. I think he's in for a big game. I think they want to get him going. And Henry will any red zone touches, go anything. We know what Derrick Henry is, so I think 2+ at 6-5, you get double your money. You get your money back and the same back. So that's I can say that a lot better. But yeah, I think this is easy money, lads. At this price, go find it on your pick your punts and go make some money.
Yeah, like it, Joe. Really, really like it.
Tag, your treble.
Tag's treble, we're on. It's not been great. I'm not going to lie. I got greedy last week. That was sort of killed straight away with the Eagles. But I'm back to my treble. I'm going for this because we've just over 4-1. It's going to get me back, sort of nearly level up on the season. And I do really like it. You boys might disagree. Tyler Huntley, the first part, over 163.5. They play Patriots at Patriots. Obviously, Patriots for me was either the worst team in the NFL. I know they have got a pretty good defense. Huntley didn't look too bad for me. First game, they only just moved across to Miami. I think when you're a quarterback and you've got Tyreek Hill as one of your wide receiver options, obviously I know we've got Jalen Waddle as well and a few others, but 163.5, Tyreek Hill can get over half of that in one play with him in your team. I just think it's very low for a quarterback who impressed me at Baltimore, nearly took him in through the playoffs, just got beat at the end by the Bengals a year or two ago. So I just think that's low. I think more or less double your money on that alone. I've gone for Bears, alternate handicap minus 2.5. I think it's going to be a pretty close game against the Panthers. I think the actual handicap on this game is 4.5. I think the Bears just win. So I've gone to the minus 2.5 just to mean if they kick a field goal to win it, they win by 3 and you're covered. I just think the Bears at home against that Panthers team, Red Rifle, I think is going to come up with a few mistakes now. The Bears defense, I love their secondary and what they're doing. So I'm feeling good on that. And the last one, which for me is probably my favourite one out of the three, is the Seahawks. They're at home, Soldier Field, later game against the Giants. Minus 6.5, so 1 touchdown clear. That's why it's double money on its own. I just think the Giants were no neighbours. And what I've seen of the Giants, not really a big fan of them. Just think the Seahawks and what they can do on offense and how they looked last week on point scoring, I think they cover. So I say this every week. Obviously, you think it's good, it's nice. Tyler Huntley will probably throw for 50 yards. The Bears will get beat by 50, and the Seahawks will get beat at home. But no, lads, I don't know what you think. For me, obviously, I think Huntley's a bit of a risky one, but he's had another week. He's got Tyreek. I'm liking this treble. I think the week has come for Tag to flip the case.
I'll go in quick, Bish. The one I'll comment on, I like the Seahawks minus 6.5. It's like me and Bish have laughed over the years. We've had a curse whenever we take over the touchdown, it never comes off. It's just under that. So I think that's a good luck omen, Tag, for this bet.
Yeah, I'm with you, Tag, there on Tyler Huntley as well. I really want to see, they're trying to fit him into how Tua plays, and he's clearly that's not him. So maybe they just relax things a little bit and get the ball out, like you said, to his receivers. Another week in the system, like you said, some more reps. So hopefully he fits in there. I think he's going to get plenty of opportunities. Defenses are going to be on top. So I think he's going to get the ball in his hands quite a bit. There's not going to be long sustained drives, I think, from the Patriots. So hopefully he gets out there and he can nail that one. Like you said, hopefully we're watching red zone highlights of a Tyreek 70-yarder or a couple would be nice.
The person I didn't mention there as well, who I think's been a bit quiet, is A-Chain. He's clearly running back one. He's sort of the scapegoat for Huntley. He dumps one off to him. I just think A-Chain's got it in him just to scoot them 20, 30 yards. Like we've spoke about what Eckler does. I think he's going to be massive for Tyler Huntley as well. So fingers crossed, lads, we're in the green.
I like it. Yeah, we're on a good one, lads. We hit it last week. I think we can.
So we're going up. We're going bigger odds.
The price has got bigger.
Our odds started high and they've slowly dropped down until we've hit, and we've gone, boom, let's have it again, lads. It's the touchdown treble. Bish, going to take us through it?
Yeah, I love this. I love the treble. Great odds as well as coming in at 19-1. But my pick, Austin Eckler, as I talked about earlier, is back. Could be the RB1 if Brian Robinson sits down this week. And the Browns have given up at least one touchdown a game to running backs. So this works out perfectly for me, I think.
Like, I'll go Dontavian Wicks, based on what, like you said, Bish was saying earlier about the Packers. I think Wicks, he scored 2 last week. I think Love likes him in that red zone. He's not used loads to get him there, but when he's in that red zone, Love looks at him often. Don't know the exact reason why. He's 6'1", so he's not the biggest, but he's a bit of an athlete, and Love likes him in that red zone. I think Packers will have plenty of opportunity to get him the touchdown.
I'll finish it off with Tyreek Hill. For me, when Miami were flying, with Tua, Tyreek was odds on for any time touchdown. Tyreek Hill now is 7-4 anytime touchdown. He's just been too quiet last week or two for me. And Tyreek Hill, with his speed and what he can do and what we know he can do, is arguably wide receiver one in the league. 7-4 for me. He's just too good a value not to chuck Tyreek in.
Come on, lads. 19-1. Let's land it again. And you know what? For the rest of the season, we don't have to win one. We've made people the money, and there's no moaning from that point on. We've got one more game that we'd like to highlight. It's obviously the UK game. Again, being UK punters, we thought we'd give it a highlight and concentrate. 2:30 ITV. It's the Minnesota Vikings versus the New York Jets. And Tag, take us through. We've made a touchdown treble for it. No, we haven't. We made a normal treble for it, and Tag, take us through it.
Yeah, London game, first one up. We've gone with something unique, an extra bet in there because we can all follow it. And we all picked one part of the bet each, what we liked. So we can all talk about our own again if you want. But my part was the under 40. It's right, any American viewers in the UK, it's got cold. It's got very cold, and the rain is very erratic. We don't know if it's coming or going at the minute. I just think two very good defensive teams in Vikings and the Jets in London on a turf, obviously, which is going to be potentially cold, wet. We'll see, but I just think under 40, I love it. They're both going to run the ball, and they've both got two good defenses. I know Sam Darnold's been spraying it a bit, but the Jets have got one hell of a good secondary. So under 40 for me is my pick towards this treble.
Bish.
Mine is Aaron Jones on the overs there on his rushing yards. He's hit this line in 3 out of 4 games. He's been on fire, really. Two games in the 90s, one 100 and 2, I think it was. And the Jets can be run on. You know, Tags just talk about the good secondary, but they can be run on. Week 1, Jordan Mason went for 147. Week 2, Pollard went for 62, this line. And week 4, Javonte Williams went for 77. So I think, yeah, low scoring, run the ball. Hopefully we get that.
My one's probably the thing that probably boosts the odds up the most here, lads. It's the Addison TD. Really like him as a player. I think he's one of them that in a couple of years' time, when Jets goes somewhere, or we see, I don't know what he'll do, but whether Addison gets traded, I think he's a wide receiver one to come. I think he's been building up his numbers when Jets, I keep calling him Jets because of the receiver show, and I forgot his full name again. That's
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Justin Jefferson isn't on the ball. Addison's been the man last year, and I think he's going to keep building. Against the Jets, obviously, they've got good cornerbacks, and I think they've got a good receiving defense, and they're going to concentrate all over Justin Jefferson. He'll still get open. He's that good. But I think they might have to look elsewhere in that end zone when you can double team, and there's not enough space for him. There's not space. There's not enough things he can do to create that opening. Justin Jefferson, and I think Addison might be the one that's one-on-one, and they'll look his way. And he can get the touchdown. That's my angle, lads.
Well, Bish mentioned it with PS2, and obviously Sauce Gardner up there is one of the best. There's going to be wide receiver one on cornerback one. You think Sauce is on the Jets, Justin Jefferson all day, and that could leave Addison sailing over. So method in the madness, mate. I like it.
And I'll add to that as well. Jalen Naylor, the wide receiver 2, who's been playing instead of Addison, he's scored touchdowns, I think 3 out of 4 weeks. So now Addison steps up. Hopefully he slots straight back in.
18-1.
Yeah, you've made my argument even better for me, lads. Let's go 18-1. I think we've got a load of money to be made this week, so let's go have it. We'll run over it. Sorry, lads, we'll run over it one last time for the shorts, and then, yeah, nice, quick show. Good week. We're all confident. Let's keep going. Bish, take us through your 3 bets.
So bet 1 is Austin Eckler, overs his receiving line. Jordan Love, over 259.5 passing yards. Jordan Mason, over 86.5 rushing yards.
Mine is the San Fran in the Arizona. I want San Fran minus 5.5 and over 48.5 points in the game. In the Browns Commanders game, I've got the Browns just winning this one, and I've got the unders. I think 44.5 is a big one for a very good defense in the Browns. They just really run heavy. What they're going to try open it up for Watson a bit, but yeah, I'm not convinced. But I think they get it done by a field goal. And then my last one is the get on Betfred, get on Pick Your Punt. It's Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers combined for 2+ touchdowns. As we said, Derrick Henry does this alone. Give a bit of security in Zay Flowers and go double your money. Tag, take us through your treble.
Tag's treble, Tyler Huntley to throw over 163.5 passing yards. I've got the Chicago Bears alternate handicap to win minus 2.5, and the Seattle Seahawks at home against the Giants to win minus 6.5 handicap. The treble pays at nearly 4.5 to 1.
Like it, I'll go over the touchdown treble one more time. It's Bish went with Austin Eckler. I've gone with Dontavian Wicks, and Tag's gone with Tyreek Hill. And the last one is the NFL game, NFL UK game, 2:30 ITV. Join along. Join us on Twitter. We'll all be tweeting, messaging each other. Let's have a laugh and let's bring this one home. Jordan Addison touchdown, under 40 points in the game, and Aaron Jones to get over 62.5 rushing yards at 18-1. We're going big. It's Sunday afternoon. Let's go into Red Zone. Up a lot of money.
Yeah, love it. Full day of football on Sunday. Can't be it.
Love it. Been a pleasure, lads. Let's keep going. Let's keep the good vibes going. If you're new to the show, we're up big this year. Let's keep going. Join us. Pick your ones you like the most, and let's have some fun on Sunday.
Come on.